I remember a year later, we were in a 5-stack in Overwatch, and it was silent. And then I was like, you know, I kind of like buttered noodles. And then he was like, get him.
I don't think I was ever using a video anywhere. I kind of like buttered noodles. Silence.
Get him.
Welcome back, Phish Tank Podcast, to our first official episode, but our second recording. That is right. The first time that we tried recording this, everything technical went wrong, and I was furious.
And it's completely your fault.
It was completely my fault.
And you know what's crazy is that you didn't even help setting up this whole thing at all.
Yep.
It took me 3 days to get this working.
Yeah.
And that's because he was here the entire time.
You literally like just coasted by, and then this was just done by us.
Louis was just fiddling around on the laptop, and I was here literally building this room from the ground up, like an Amish person. Just wood in my hands, just going to town. However, how does construction work? You start with wood?
I think you start with wood.
I cannot emphasize how sad I was once I realized, because the technical thing that did go wrong was that 2 of the cameras just shut off after 30 minutes of recording, which meant that we only had 1 camera, and it was the lowest quality camera on these 2 right now. But now we have full HD for everybody's POV. But yeah, apparently video cameras just have this thing where they shut off recording after 30 minutes. And I should probably not have this in the shot. But that's our timer to let us know. Once 30 minutes is up, we have to re-record again. And
so
that
part is too. We were on such a roll during that podcast, and after we ended it, Phish was just like, "Yeah, man, I think we did everything right." I'm just like, "It's the first time, guys. Something's gonna go wrong." He's like, "No, I'm pretty sure everything went right." And he's just like, he came downstairs when I was on my computer. He's just like, we lost half the podcast.
However,
but we are back.
Yeah, we are back. And also, we are going to be uploading that episode to our Patreon, which might not be available on launch. I'm not sure. It might be. We don't know. But when this episode goes live, definitely check for our Patreon. And
we're going to have a lot of cool goodies there. And
we're going to be recording extra, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes of podcast every week. That's going to be exclusively on Patreon.
And I'm going to save my best jokes for you guys, so don't even worry about it. And maybe a story or 2 that I've never told before that I've recently remembered and I tested out.
But they'd be better jokes than what you say now?
It's possible.
Because that's not that good.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like to think that I'm at least doing a little bit of something. No? I got to step it up.
I don't even think we need him here, to be honest.
You want it to be like the duo thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. You know, this is a rough way to start this podcast. Okay. Just getting kicked off immediately.
First motion in the band. I'm leaving the band. I just don't line up with your guys' ideals. And
you wrote our ideals. You even came up with the name.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it anymore. And you guys are bringing a lot of negative energy. No one has said anything yet. Feel like we're not living up to our potential.
Well, yeah. Right after, I took like a 3-day breather of touching the podcast, being like, man, we'll get it again next week. And then I got sick from something. No idea what it was. I'm feeling much better now. I'm completely rejuvenated.
He slept for 16 hours straight.
I literally did. It was scary. I hate doing that. I feel like I've wasted so much of the day. But now I'm back at the couch.
It's my normal day, man. I coin flip every time I wake up. I'm like, will I get through today? And then I pass out again.
Yeah. But
it's a fun time, man.
But now that we're back, things are going to be very different. We're not going to be through a digital recording of each other's
no more fucking
low quality
weird
face
audio shit with Discord. Like we have it all.
My mic actually sounds good now. There's actually good cameras going on. It's a whole thing, man. We actually have production value that isn't hinged on whatever we're doing online.
Yeah, and you can't see it right now. We have more microphones that just aren't put up right now. But next week, we're gonna have our first guest that is going to be in person.
And the guest,
do we keep it secret?
Yes, we should absolutely keep it secret. But the guest is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to bring them on.
We have a huge lineup in general of people that just want to be here in person.
Turns out in LA, there's a lot of people that we both know and are genuinely interested in talking with us.
And when we say we both, it's me.
And it's mostly Philippe and for the most part.
Yeah. That's actually true. I mean, I don't know.
You don't know anybody.
I mean, I don't know. I just moved here in October, man.
You know who Christian knows? He knows a bunch of VTubers.
Should we bring some VTubers on?
If they're okay with showing their faces.
No, or we can have their VTuber model.
Oh, that would be, yeah. If we can I don't know how
They would just
technological-
green
God.
screen, right? And then we would put them
Oh,
in
and they're
our.
just there.
Listen, man, I know a lot of them. I'm pretty sure, like,
Dude, we can get like porcelain made.
yeah, we could do that.
Love
Heavenly
Joel.
Father
Yeah.
as well. I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Heavenly Father.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that would be awesome.
He's awesome. I love him. I love him. He's an awesome.
That would be so cool. We'll all just put headphones on and put a Discord call on our phones. I think that would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a fun time. But yeah, I know more people online than offline because I'm a chronic hermit
Degenerate gamer.
and a degenerate, yeah. But that's what makes me so likable to. So
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that we went from like just Overwatch Discord group like playing video games to then when COVID hit, we all still wanted to party and like drink and stuff. So we moved to VR chat and then met like the top people from VR chat, like the Rafflegator
night.
crew, and
Yeah.
then just like just meeting everybody there, and then we're still involved in that community, which is I think just hilarious to me, like how we can go from doing the Overwatch thing to then just being accepted into this community of people that are absolutely the most degenerate people I have ever met ever in my life.
fantastic people.
Have we gone into just to give more context on like what the VR chat community
No,
is?
no.
How
I don't think we
okay,
have.
it's basically, well, if you are a VR chat degenerate, it essentially means you go on VR chat just daily, or
You
maybe
sleep in
every,
there.
yeah, you
They
fall
sleep
asleep
with their
Unironically.
fucking
uncomfortable headset on.
headsets on.
It's
cuddling
I've tried it.
the air.
Yeah, cuddling.
There's like literal cuddle puddles of VTubers and mutes. Like there is
huge milkers.
I
Every
mean,
single, even the guys.
Every
have-
avatar
yeah.
that you go as, because you have a virtual representation of yourself that you can just choose or have custom made for you. Which, by the way, if someone told me when I was in college as like a graphic designer or like a 3D modeler, that they told me that I could make a fortune off of people just wanting you to make crazy anime girls in virtual reality, I'd be like, I don't believe that at all. And it turns out some of the richest people I know are just modelers for that, and they make an absurd amount of money with just these big boobed women that they model on in VR chat, and they're everywhere. They're friggin' everywhere.
And some
It's
of them
insane.
are guys.
I'm
And,
actually
yeah, a ton
I'm
of
super
them.
happy that it happened, that we got to meet like this crazy subsect of people. Like this is a
Some
community
of the most
or
insane
a
humans.
culture that not many people get to experience. And we were thrown into the thick of it. Like there are some nights where me and Phish were up at like 5 a.m. and then they would have us like sit down, and then it was just a bunch of mute VTubers giving us lap dances.
in VR.
And in VR, we're just sitting there like,
We've never addressed that.
Now here's the best part about that too. You have individual volume sliders for like everything when it comes to VR.
You can turn off the music.
So you can turn off the music that's going on and everyone else will still hear it. You can turn off all the background noises, all the ambience, and you'll just hear people's mics, and you'll just hear people go like in a club, right? Where it's like a VR club, music's going everywhere. You can turn all that off and you just hear
Yeah.
people standing and then you just hear
But why would you
as they're
ever
just
do
dancing.
that to somebody?
It's the funniest thing
But that'd
on
just
the planet.
That would be that'd be
It's
bullying at
so-
that point if you're
it's
just turning
so
off.
unnerving.
If you're turning off all the
we
sounds,
get invited constantly to like strip club events in VR.
VR chat where it's just
and they're
virtual
crazy.
They have everybody sitting around a circle, and then the VTuber will come out and like point at you, and then that means you have to go on stage, and then they dance upon you.
They make you feel so welcome, especially if you're a new person there. If you manage to slip your way in there and they find out that this is your first time there, they will bring out like 3 dancers on top of you, and they'll just start going at it like so hard.
The best part is when we get invited to those things, like after the first time when the mysticism kind of just like ran its like course, we Louie and Phish would just start cracking jokes every time a dancer would come over and just try to break their character while they were dancing. Most fun thing on the planet, just having them just stop mid-set, just laughing their ass off because we're just sitting there just cracking jokes one after another.
Yeah, it's
Very
fun to see them
immersive.
break character.
I would be in an actual strip club.
I've never actually been to a strip club.
Neither have I.
I've been to many.
I feel like I'm terrified of doing it. I would not.
My
No.
first time, I don't think I've ever told this story. I got swindled. The
You're
first time I
robbed.
ever went to a strip club, I got swindled.
No.
I was in college, and my skater friend, because I was skateboarding at the time, and he was like, dude, we should go to a strip club. And I was like, I've never been to one. And he's like, you just got paid. Let's fucking go. And I was like, okay, cool. And so we go to this strip
Typical
club.
thing to do. How old were you?
I was 19.
19. Okay,
I was
just got
19.
paid.
Yeah, it was
You got,
19.
Like, what,
First
$400
freshman
from that first paycheck?
No, 200.
$200.
$200.
Not bad.
$200 in my bank account. And
Damn.
Yeah, we all know that you were a YouTuber, all right?
No. I meant like no. I thought you meant like 200 from your bank account minus like 200 to zero. I'm sorry.
Some of us were fucking working. I've been working since I was 16. I took the bus from high school.
So did I.
No,
motherfucker.
Fuck you.
I was on the subway
Yeah,
every
whatever.
day.
You had the subway. Everyone
Yeah,
takes the
it's
subway in New
different.
York. It's
It's
a completely different
different.
You
experience.
know how much the subway was?
It doesn't matter.
$5?
No, it's $2.25. Well, $5 for
Even
there and back.
cheaper.
Okay.
Even cheaper. What are you complaining about?
I'm not complaining about anything. When I said damn, I thought you
Don't
meant you
say
ran
damn.
it from.
He really said, I made $200. He was like, damn.
I thought you meant like you spent it, like you got it and then you spent it.
Wait
That's
for the story to
exactly
end.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been to many strip clubs after, so I'll preface this that a lap dance usually costs around $30 to $50, right? For like 3 to 5 songs.
This is information I need to know.
Yeah.
This is so helpful.
So
Okay.
for
we
3
don't
to
get
5
symbols.
songs, and also DJs are trained to play the songs very quickly. So it's like 3 to 5 songs, and then it's over in like 10 minutes, maybe sooner. So I go to the strip club, right? And I get this really beautiful lady comes up to me.
Beautiful.
And she's like, do you want a lap dance? I was like, sure. And then she comes up, she takes me up to the private area where you sit down, and then they start giving you a lap dance.
But are
right?
there people that are seeing you in this?
No,
private-
they're like closed off usually.
Okay.
Like little curtains and whatnot.
Okay.
So
It's like GTA.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
No, they get it good. Like
They're
they-
pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's
You're a
pretty
gamer.
accurate.
Okay.
Tell me you're a gamer, man.
It's pretty accurate. And then after the 3 songs are done, so I pay her before, right? So as we're coming up, I go to the ATM and I give her the $50. I was
She
like,
walked to the ATM with
no,
you.
oh, that's a big thing. So they will walk you to the ATM, and if you're drunk enough, they'll be like, oh, what's your PIN? I'll put it in for you. I'll get the money. And then they'll take out like thousands of dollars from your bank account. It's happened to my friends. Like, do not ever let a strip club press the buttons for you on an ATM.
Oh.
They do it.
Okay.
But that's a
So she did that to you.
No,
put in
no,
the
no.
numbers
No,
and saw
I-
only $200 and then punched
no.
you.
Not that
I
happened
did it.
to me.
I did it. I gave her the $50 before the lap dances, and then after the lap dances, she was like, "Okay, that'll be $200." And I was like, "What?" And then she was like, "Yeah, it'll be $200." So I very like shakingly go to my wallet. I take out the last $200 that I have to my name, and I give it to her. And then I walk back downstairs, thinking that this is what's normal. And my friend, his name's Connor, he goes, how was it? It was good. And then he's like, how much did you give her? And I was like, $250. And she was like, and he was like, did you like fuck her or something? And then I was like, no, she just gave me the lap dance. Like, bro, you got fucking played.
Wait, so
She literally knew. I think it was just the look on my face or something. She knew that it was
No
my
sympathy.
first time.
No sympathy.
No sympathy. And just like stole all my money.
yeah, like,
And then she had the audacity to like blow me a kiss and wave at me on the way out.
Nice. That's
And I was
amazing.
like, you fucking.
that's what that money bought you.
It was.
That's
She'll remember you forever.
No, she won't remember me, but I'll remember her forever.
And that's what you paid the money for a memory you'll never forget.
Wait, but yeah, I mean, at that point, I get that they read that it was your first time there. But if you said no, I'm not paying that much. Like what?
She didn't give me an option. It wasn't like an option, like
what would happen if you said
security.
no?
I don't know. Well,
be
now I know.
devastating.
Now I know that
Yeah.
you can just be like, "Fuck you," and then leave.
This would happen to me. I'm just gonna say
No,
that if
not
somebody,
yet. Now I know that,
Yeah,
but like
definitely.
at the time, I thought, "Ooh,
this is why
yeah,
people
but
need to
now
hear these
because of
stories.
inflation or whatever, this is actually the running price for like a lap dance at a strip club. It's $200 because that's just the economy, and you have to think about what it costs to run the place.
None of that applies.
what are you
None
saying?"
of that applies.
I'm just saying nowadays.
No.
many years later,
Neither-
10 years, the cost of inflation, yeah, it's like $50 now $200.
I actually have another strip club story. But it's a strip club owned by one of my friend's parents. So whenever we go, the parents love me for whatever reason.
Everybody loves you.
Not everybody. There are some people that hate me.
There are some people that really hate you, and then there's and then the majority like you. But you have that polarizing effect. It's just thankfully it's all mostly positive. And then
could that hate be jealousy though?
Ooh,
I haven't thought about it.
You're hot.
I wasn't taking it into like the looks account. It's more like the very approachable account.
But this is it's a really quick story.
Okay.
So we go to the strip club, right, that my friend's dad owns, and then he gives me $1,000 in singles to spend into the club, because he's like, it'll go straight back to me. Yeah. But I've heard now that he never does that to anybody, just for me. And then so I buy a lap dance. From what I then found out after the lap dance is that she was a school teacher, an elementary school teacher.
Oh no!
And literally, this was like 8 years ago, and she still asks about me to this day.
What?
Yeah, she's like, "How is Lewis?"
Oh, because
we had a very nice conversation while she was giving me a lap dance. We had a very nice conversation. And
what on earth could you have been talking about?
I don't remember, dude. I don't remember.
I bet you didn't. One of your heads was doing the talking.
Yeah, but it was like, it's so funny. She still asks about me to this day.
I'm just trying to picture what that conversation could possibly have been while she's shaking her ass in front of you.
You received that well.
Yeah.
You know how to take a dance. Would you guys ever dance on somebody?
I have.
You have?
You dance on me all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking like you get that slow music going on. And then really?
You guys know what my rhythm's like. It wouldn't even be a dance. It would just be. It would actually. Be
I couldn't imagine having sex with you.
Jesus.
Just like it would be like that meme.
No, you can't just say that to a friend. That's fucked up, man.
What's it called?
Oh my god.
Seabat. Yeah,
so
Seabat.
Messed up. The worst part is that's not even the first time I've heard that. Not the Seabat thing, but just like someone talking to me and be like, I just can never imagine you having sex. Like, why not? What about me just doesn't, like, you just can't imagine I attract people.
It's your rhythm. And it's not that you can attract people, because I think you can attract people. I think
it's just my complete lack of rhythm.
Yeah.
You had, when we did a dating show on my stream, and I just let anybody.
Always too bold. I just have a bunch of fucking my asshole fans or chat. It's just dudes like, I want to date Louis, and then it's like super pretty girls for fucking too bold.
We had so we did a stream dating show, obviously for content. Like we had submissions given for every single one of us, and a few other streamers we had it for this year. But yeah, Too Bold literally.
I had some pretty girls too. I
was literally the one that put out the announcement and everything. It was going to be on my stream. It was very like my channel oriented. Too Bold had more submissions than I did, which is crazy.
I still am shocked by that, to be fair.
All of these fucking goth chicks.
I just thought it was going to be like 27
I bet they weren't even goth before. I bet they put on goth makeup.
Oh my god.
Just for your fucking...
You changed them.
I don't know if that's true. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I can inspire that kind of change in anyone. Being goth is a very like...
I think Too Bold online is way more confident than Too Bold in person.
So much Riz, dude.
A lot of Riz online.
You just said you can't imagine me having sex.
No, I can imagine.
You can imagine you having e-sex.
You having sex. I just can't imagine it's good sex. I don't know if that's where.
Why would you say that? Bro, my man pipes. I don't give a fuck what you just said. Go back. Roll it back. Nah, bro. Man. He pipes. My roommate can plow it down. I can't believe you just said that.
See, that's a real homie over there. And then Louis is just looking at me like, I just think you have no chance.
No, I think you have a chance.
Louis has,
and I'm gonna make sure of it.
This is a new build confidence.
First episode of the podcast. You suck at sex, and also, what's the deal, man?
We can work on it.
What do you mean?
I could teach you.
I want this. Can we address this new build confidence? Where's this?
Yeah,
is
Louis.
this from
Louis is so confident now because he lost like 400,000 pounds of weight in like a month, and like he's just skinny and strong now. He goes rock climbing every day. He's like talking about how he's doing like a V7. Yeah, exactly. Like he's even got short socks on right now, specifically to go rock climbing because he's been ragging
you take off
on
your
me.
socks for rock climbing if you got your own shoes.
All right, whatever, man. But like he's been telling me, he's just like, yeah, you need to have long socks on because that's the fashion now. By the way, my TikTok.
I learned that from Ray.
Specifically,
oh yeah, long socks. Yeah,
it was specifically just thirst traps. By the way, his TikTok used to be just thirst traps. He somehow fixed the algorithm.
Yeah, now it's climbing and fashion.
Only climbing and fashion videos.
Yeah,
and that
my TikTok used to only be OnlyFans girls promoting their OnlyFans or just thirst traps.
That's
completely.
It was incredible.
I remember I had sounds that are famous now 2 years ago, and Phish was like, "How do you unlock these sounds? Like, what do you have to do?" I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Area of
I never used TikTok.
It's not even a secret area, actually. He just found the most like insane part of TikTok and mainlined it. Yeah, and he found some crazy stuff, man.
But yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Not through. I mean, yes, I started working out and stuff like that, but I got a gastric bypass. Mm-hmm. I don't want to lie about that or give anybody false.
Tell people what that is.
Yeah. Basically, they make your stomach smaller and then they bypass your intestine into the smaller stomach. That's pretty much it.
So his stomach is like the size of like maybe a walnut now or something.
No. It's a little bit bigger now, but it's like the size of like a coffee cup.
I feel like though, even then, it's a lot of self-control. Like once you actually have it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's the best decision I've ever made. It's completely changed my life. Like.
How do you feel? How do you feel now that you've lost the weight? Do people treat you different and whatnot?
Yeah, 100%. Like
people are hopping.
People,
on the dick now.
like
it's true. You would not believe.
It's crazy. So I lost all the weight in like 6 to 7 months, and I'm still losing now, but 6 to 7 months. And from where I was before, the world is so superficial. It's crazy.
Oh, we knew that.
It's crazy. The way people treated me before, not to say that people didn't treat me nice or anything like that, because, I have these guys, I have friends that I've had forever.
Got you, brother.
But the way people treat me now, like, I'll go shopping for groceries. And if there is, like, I will get stopped at the register, if it's not too busy, from the cute girl taking my stuff and just talk to me. And it's not just girls either. It's like men. It's men are more interested in what I have to say. That it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like just the world. It's
when you're making a giant life change like that as well, and you also get to see it in like pictures and whatnot. Because I went back and watched an old video because I was looking for a specific clip, and Louis came up, and I was just like, damn, my boy's a whole ass different person now.
Yeah.
Like genuinely just completely different. Like he smiles wider now, believe it or not.
You're also like watching, I don't know, just facial hair and other things. Like
I'm more into like
fashion and and that's fucking dope.
I'm trying to
fix my
I'm
fit,
trying to
which
like
is in desperate need of help, by the way. But other than that, like
I'm also not saying that like if you're overweight or anything that's bad or anything. I'm just saying like for me, it was the best decision I've ever made. It's opened my
Listen, if you're
life.
Overweight, try being skinny for a bit and just see how the world.
just give them both a try.
Just give it a shot. Let us know what happens when you lose a bunch of weight and see if like the world changes for you. Because this is one of my favorite things I've seen on TikTok. There's this one comedian that used to be super heavy apparently, and then he lost a ton of weight and he like put on muscle and he's way more attractive now. And he's just like, ladies, I'm a pretty funny guy. But I wouldn't be like this if I started out the way I am now.
This is a real thing.
I tell you right now, if you ever see a big guy, give him a chance. Help him get skinny because you'll have the hottest, funniest man on the planet with you.
I had to rely on my personality for everything.
Yeah, there you go.
For 8 to 10 years. Like I had to build charisma, understand how to talk to people. Like I don't say what's crazy is that I don't regret it. Like, I think it made me a better person, and now I just get to be fully the person that I want to be.
That's actually beautiful. I'm be real.
That's poetic, is what
that is.
You just live in poetry.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
I believe that from the bottom of my heart. You so pretty now.
I 100%. I don't want to say like understand that, but I've been in a place where it's like I grew up in high school not doing any physical activity at all. Like I grew up basically being, what's the word? Like I could see it in my face that I wasn't working out, but the rest of my body still looked skinny. And then I went through working out all of college, like getting like super buff. I saw videos of myself like the other day of me being 21. I was fucking ripped. And then I went backwards. Like I didn't do any physical activity after that. I saw my face like grow again. And now that I'm back to like working out, it's 100%. Like you do look at things differently, even if it's just like you look at yourself in the mirror. And that's what I would, something about it is like, if you're looking at yourself too much, you might start getting that like body dysmorphia. You might start misunderstanding like the process and all that. Mm-hmm. But if honestly, if you look at photos from when you weren't doing something versus when you're doing something, you do notice a difference. And I don't know how to describe that. It's like you do notice things about yourself in like a positive light. Mm-hmm. And it also just feels good. It does gives you that like, I don't know, that feeling of accomplishment once you have been working hard at something.
Dude, when I finally got back to like a full plate on the bench on like both sides, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I immediately blew out my shoulder. I was feeling myself. I was like, I got this. I got through like 2 sets. The last one,
we're old,
final push, dude. I messed my shoulder up, dude. I was so mad. I walked out of that gym. I was like, I was having a good day. Ruined for like the next 2 weeks. It was awful. But I gotta tell you, when you are finally in the rhythm, because this is the crazy part about working out, it's not as hard as you think it is.
Yeah, it's hard for like the first 2 weeks, and then after that, the days kind of blend together, and it's just becomes your routine.
You start becoming obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Again, it feels weird not going to the gym.
You feel like you're missing something if you skip it. And that's what
Which is why it becomes so many people's like personalities.
Yeah,
like rock climbing is something that we've been taking on, or I've been, you've come a couple times, but like I've been doing it like 3 or 4 times a week, like just really going. I can see why people make it their whole personality. Like not just rock climbing specifically, but any active sport. It's just like so fulfilling. Like
to watch yourself improve too is just crazy, especially at the beginning, because you have like beginner gains is a huge thing with just about anything you do, because you'll be amassing knowledge and like experience so fast that it's really easy to just become fully swept away by that. And as you go on further and further, you'll just be like, you'll hit plateaus and whatnot, and they'll kind of taper off a little bit. But you'll have so much experience and stuff then that you'll just be like, this is just a good, fun thing to do. And that's really like the big thing for everything. I think for a lot of people, it's mostly just starting something. That's the hardest part.
The 0 to 1 is harder than the 1 to 100.
So now you guys understand whenever I bring up swimming. No, you guys understand.
No, I don't.
No,
know.
you still bring it up like
it's too much.
Yeah, it's like.
It's like you're living in your past, like you've lived past your prime.
Yeah,
like
I would rather if you just talk about the gym now and rock climbing and stuff.
I mean, all I'm saying.
No, you're in a fish tank right now. The swimming thing has not stopped at all. It's still your whole personality.
I learned.
Dude,
there's
a coral reef next to me. What is this?
My buddy from who's also on the team with me, he has only done working out. He's so much more strict about it than anybody I know. He went to the alumni meet like this year. And he swept the floor with some of the swimmers and again, he's like 24 at this point. I'm 25. He was a year younger than me. And he was able to still keep up with the people that are constantly swimming every day. Yeah. So it's like that muscle, translated into swimming.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So yeah.
He's an incredibly fit guy, man.
No, that's the end of it. Here, pause right now. Okay, we're back. And if this was an awkward cut, then just know that this was us suffering from the 30-minute...
Time limit on the cameras.
Yes, but we are back.
Yeah. So When do we get the like little coral pieces that you have on the bottom of fish tanks? So we can just throw it at each other. Is that a thing?
Like the rocks?
Yeah.
You want to throw rocks at each other?
Want to just like crunch on?
I don't want to throw a rock. I never wanted to crunch on the rocks on the bottom.
Really? Like you ever pick those things up and just be like,
I always thought algae maybe looked like it tasted good.
Yes. I had when I was younger, like I had fish that were literally fish tank cleaners. And they would go suck on the sides of the tank. and they would just
Oh, but
clean it
it's,
up. Like that was their
fuzzy.
food.
Oh no.
No, but part
That
of it, it doesn't matter what it
awful.
looks
Like,
like.
Some of it just
the
looks
rocks look
tantalizing.
Yeah.
No, the rocks at least look like nerds. That's what I always thought as a kid. Like that, they just look like more like bigger nerds, which I thought was awesome. But the algae looks fuzzy and gross. There's no way, man. I don't even know how people eat seaweed. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I love seaweed.
It looks so gross.
Are you talking about like dried or wet seaweed?
Just any seaweed. Like I don't even know how people like went into the ocean, looked at it, and be like, "That looks delicious." Because
That's so offensive.
it's just green wiggly stuff. It's just chilling, and it touches your foot, and you think you're getting dragged to hell.
That's so offensive.
I don't know, man.
That's like my go-to snack. And
I don't know how. It doesn't even look. It just,
now that I don't want to say I've discovered, but like Ray has, when we moved here and we had the whole process of like Christian and I would pay for groceries and Ray would just make us dinner every night. She just kept recommending us like go to the H Mart, go to any Asian markets or anything.
It's
and
the
when
best
we
shit.
would start walking through that areas, there was just so many snacks that I know I've tried in my
It's
past,
so
but they're
good.
just all there.
Dude,
and seaweed specifically,
dude,
I grab a whole packet of that. Like maybe
Seaweed
two.
is. Wait, you don't like seaweed?
I don't. I think
Dude,
it's gross.
seaweed is so good. It's just like savory delight that has
It's just
zero
salty.
calories.
It's just salty nonsense.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, me and
Tastes
Fish
good.
went to a different Asian market when we were going to one of our friends' house, and that was the first time I think I ever went to like a big Asian market or whatever. It was so peaceful, and like the music was nice.
Music was
and
bumping.
and like it just is a whole different vibe to like a normal American supermarket. And it was like I was wandering down the aisles, like I feel like better being in here than I do shopping anywhere else, despite the fact that the aisles were like one person wide. Like it was very narrow. Like everything was just a little narrower than normal, but like it was so peaceful and calm, and like there's like it just felt like there were just bins open everywhere of just fruit you just pick up and whatnot. Like in an American market, it's just like a cardboard box with like 50 cantaloupe just stacked on top of each other, and it's just like it just feels like this is meant for specifically making money as efficiently as possible. And the Asian market is just like everything here is just kind of efficient, and it's a little smaller, and it's just nice. You just want to walk through here. Very calming.
You bring up cantaloupe,
Yeah.
but do you like honeydew?
Yes.
I feel like there's not a lot of honeydoers out there.
Love honeydew.
I love it.
Terrible melon.
It's a good melon.
It's the worst.
It's a great
When I see both of those in a fruit salad, I get madder that they aren't different fruits that I could be having.
Honeydew is
It's a filler fruit.
no.
Yes, it is. You put it in your fruit salad specifically
I'm not
to
a big
take
strawberry guy.
That's insane.
Why?
That's
I just don't
genuinely
like
What about
it.
it?
I've never liked it from the beginning, and I always like tried to lie to myself, like, oh, this is good, right? I just don't like it.
It's just so easy to like bite it and then you throw it
Yeah,
out.
it's like the perfect. It's like handmade to just be able to eat easily.
Fruit is something that you should never be like, I'm having too much of this. Also,
Why? There's
the-
a lot
the
of sugar,
posi-
right, in fruit?
No, there's
Well,
like
of course
there's
there
like
is,
a
but that's not
positive
the
thing
point.
about it. If you eat fruit a lot, even if you start getting full, it's like cool to keep eating it more. Oh man, I wish I'd remembered what the like high nutritional facts about it was before I started saying that. But
I mean, fruit has a bunch of sugar in it. Like it's a crazy amount of sugar. It's like simple sugars that are easy for you to digest and whatnot, but it's not like the healthiest thing to eat a bunch of fruit. Like some fruit is definitely good for you, but like if you keep eating a ton of
I've
it,
never
it's
felt
bad.
shitty when I've eaten like a whole 2 packs of blueberries.
I mean, it's also blueberry.
You're a blueberry bitch.
It's just a blueberry. You can eat
Hundo
like
P.
4,000 blueberries
Hundo
before you
P.
feel anything.
I'll bet I'll get a.
I think
whole
I'm a
pack of
banana
it.
man.
I also blueberries, bananas.
I'm a grape guy.
I'm a
Purple
BB
grapes
man.
specifically.
You know, bananas are berries,
I don't want to talk about this. It's gonna make me mad.
and watermelons are berries,
Stop. What did I just say?
They're huge.
and
berries.
blueberries are not berries.
That's infuriating. Stop.
Strawberries aren't berries.
I'm gonna hit you.
I promise you, it's crazy.
Stop
It's because of the
talking
shell,
about this
right?
nonsense.
No,
It's the
so
shell
so
of the
so
what,
if you
the
think of a if you
banana?
Watermelon has
no,
shell,
if you think of a
bananas-
strawberry, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of seeds in it. Technically, it's more like a pineapple, which is like they're called multi-fruits.
And it's got a shell.
Sharp shell.
What strawberry has a fucking shell? What are you talking about?
Get him.
What
Get him.
do
Get him.
He's an instigator, by the way. For those of you that don't know, Phish is a big instigator.
What are you talking
he
about?
Loves trying to get people to fight each other. He'll be in the background and be like, "Get him, yeah, do it, tell him, let him know," all the time. Doesn't it could be one of the smallest thing. Be like, I'd sneeze and say "bless you." Be like,
do you
"Get him."
remember that? So we used to get on Saturn for liking butter noodles,
butter pasta,
butter
as an
noodles,
Italian,
and then
I don't think
maybe
okay.
like,
First of all, he never
maybe-
actually did.
No,
it was just
no,
it was
we just made
thrown
fun
on
of him
him.
for it. And then I remember a year later, we were in a 5-stack in Overwatch, and it was silent. And then I was like, you know, I kind of like buttered noodles. And then he was like, get him.
I don't think I was ever using a video anywhere. I kind of like buttered noodles. Silence. Get him.
I
do remember that.
And then no one said anything. And he got so mad.
Get him.
This is like for a year of me calling him a butter boy whenever we got into arguments.
And he never even liked buttered
He
noodles.
has never
like
even
that.
brought it up once that he liked buttered
to
noodles.
begin with.
Like straight up, you have other people from the group like Ami straight up saying, I have buttered noodles a good amount, and nobody shits on
Oh
her
my
for it. But
God.
Saturn, who has never even had it once,
He's like, you're Italian.
Throw
Fuck
it on
you.
him.
You
I'd be like, all right, whatever. I don't have to take this for an
God.
Italian likes butter noodles. He'd be like, what? And then that was the only thing I would say
thing
to
is,
him
like,
in
Saturn-
every argument. I would just be like, all right, butter boy. He's like, I don't like buttered noodles. And then that happens with Louis, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just, my fingers are crossed, and I'm just like, I think that's fine.
Get him.
get him.
Dude, it's so good. Oh, man.
Dude, what I love about making fun of Saturn is that he gets mad in a way that it's like you can continue that joke. Like, I don't know how to
He
explain
doesn't
it.
get butthurt about it, but he'll also go along with it because of how like defensive he is in a good way. Like how much he'll stand up for himself, be like, "Shut the fuck up!" He'll come back at you with how much you came at him.
Yeah. It's never like you can't hurt his feelings. Like
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
I've never hurt Saturn's feelings.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
He's a great guy,
Yeah.
and he just turned 21.
Finally.
He's a-
Jesus, dude.
Do you want to
Yeah.
know something crazy about
He's
Saturn?
able to turn up with
Dude,
us.
every time I see a picture of Saturn, I'm like, this is a pretty good looking dude. All right. Like, I think that just normally. Like, unobjectively, I think Saturn's a pretty
Now
good
he'll
looking
be
dude.
fucking
Now,
gaming with us. And
now
like, yeah, I got a girl.
specifically, he pulls more than any human I have met, and it doesn't make sense. Last time we talked, he said he was holding a conversation with 7 different girls.
That's crazy.
7 different girls. And I was just like, how do you keep track of that? And he goes, carefully. You have to mess up once and it starts to crumble. Just once and it will start to crumble. But that's crazy. The thing is, he's not even in a relationship with any of them. He's just like, yeah, we're all just having fun. I'm like, with 7 different girls, dude? That's a lot of fun. He's got a lot of hair, too, by the way. His hair is like super poofy.
Yeah, it's very poofy.
He's got...
A lot to grab onto. It's
No, I continuously tell him to get a haircut.
oh, you don't like it?
I just think that it.
Here's the thing, though. When he's pulling like that, you can't mess with the formula.
No, I can't.
You can't mess with that formula.
But imagine how much more.
But you don't know.
Oh, you
that.
think it
That's
can be
the thing.
multiplied
I think
instead
so.
of divided?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. He looks like a hot Weird Al Yankovic. He's got crazy curly hair, man, and it's huge.
So I think this is a cool question. Ready?
Sure.
So we're out here in LA, right? We've all moved out here. We're meeting new people constantly, right? What are the biggest red flags in friends?
Friends?
Yeah. So like you meet a person.
Okay.
What is something that screams to you, maybe I shouldn't be friends with this person?
So this is like someone that I just met that just tells me no, I should not.
Because normally when you meet somebody, you put your best foot forward and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll be friends. But what are the things that start to show you like, maybe I shouldn't be friends with this
if they
person?
refer to people in LA, because I feel like a lot of people that I've met are not, well, they're mostly in the whole, they could be content creators, they could be music, basically people that work on their own time. They start referring to them as like influencers a lot.
So if you refer to yourself as an influencer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. That one word when people start throwing that around.
Oh, I'm an
just being like,
influencer.
yeah, I'm an influencer. And they're like, I'm working with a lot of other influencers that are coming together and trying to make this big project work. I'm just like, shit, man, is that project really that big? And I feel like you're searching for a lot that's not just friendship oriented.
Yeah, I feel like the word influencer needs to die. Like big time.
It does suck because that's what you kind of are in a sense.
Well,
but
okay,
I
I don't think that I don't think. What's an influencer, right? Somebody that influences people to buy shit.
A marketer.
Or a workout guru.
You want to start
Those are
referring to
pretty
yourself
good
as
people.
gurus now? Yeah, I'm a YouTube guru.
Okay, but let me think of another one. Okay.
I'm a Twitch guru.
Okay, so do you have any like red flags?
I mean, for me, most of the time, red flags come from just like the vibe I get from people when they initially come up to me. I've talked about this before, where it's just like I just kind of look at people, and like the way their body language is a lot of the time, I don't even know specifically what it is half the time. It's just like subconsciously, like I'll just get a feeling. And I'm just like, this person either doesn't care about me, the conversation, or they're just here for something specific and they just don't want to be part of the conversation. And I don't know what it is a lot. I don't. But I know it's there.
I think a way of easily portraying that is if somebody asks you a question that's past what do you do, like as simple as that. If they're willing to ask you a question
Past like, who do you know? What do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's even before that point, but that is a good point. But like, it's before that even. Like, just trying to go up and like make conversation with someone. You can tell whether or not they want to engage you or they're more like standoffish.
If they can ask you a question based on what you've put into the conversation, past who do you know and what do you do?
That's always nice. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, then that's a. If they don't do that for the duration of what, like,
you might as well
5
just
minutes,
be out of it.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that at parties though. Like that's the only time I like really like.
Well, it's hard because you suck at talking to people.
No, this is the different.
No,
this is a different thing.
No, do you think you suck? Do you think that you suck at talking to people?
I think I really suck at starting conversations with people. I don't know how to initiate like any conversation. That's the
horrible
hardest
at
part.
it. Yeah.
Like once I get into the rhythm of it, and like I find like common values and whatnot, it's a lot easier. But like I always feel like I'll ask questions that have like a definitive end to them. And then the conversation will just naturally just stop there, and it's infuriating because I don't know how to fix it. And every time I like look up ways to stop doing that, because I'm so self-conscious about this. Like half of my TikToks come down to like ways to make conversation flow more naturally, and I just forget when I'm doing it, or it doesn't work the way that it seems to do with the people showing it to me. And either way, it's just something I'm really self-conscious of, and I just don't know how to fix that unless I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, I am the greatest socialite ever. It's like it unlocks that part of my brain where just the conversation flows naturally after that point, and it's infuriating.
It's the loss of inhibition. Yeah.
Well, even that.
Ooh, I thought of another one. Okay. If somebody pulls somebody else into the conversation with the intent of, how do I say this? If somebody pulls somebody else into the conversation and then introduces what you said to them, versus they were talking about their own thing and they brought that other person to talk more about what they said. Because if you guys start talking about that thing together and start just like talking, I feel like I've had this moment happen to me where, oh God, I'm explaining this horribly.
Yeah. So you're talking with somebody.
Yeah.
Start there.
And then, I don't know, you just, you bring up a topic of conversation.
And then they bring somebody else in and then talk about something else.
Yeah.
So when they don't continue your conversation.
Yeah, but it's that, and also
so it's like general uninterested.
Yeah.
I think that's a good red flag. Okay, so I have a very specific red flag for friends, and it's like the biggest thing for me. If they don't have a group of friends, that's like the biggest red flag for me. So like, you know how there's like a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I know a lot of people, blah blah blah. But if you don't have a core group of friends,
all you loners out there that are good people and don't have a group of friends, I'm sorry.
No, okay, but it's hard to explain.
I know what you're saying
because it can mean two things. One of them is not bad. One of them is that you're just introverted and you enjoy being by yourself, and there is no problem with that. But if you're out trying to make friends in LA, that's out of the question. You're not that.
Okay.
The other thing that it means is that people don't fucking like you, and they don't want to be around you, and that's why you don't have a group of friends. And
I feel that.
That's like bing, like in my mind, I can't be around it.
Okay.
It's a lot of negative energy there.
I feel that.
Is that negative? Is it for me?
Okay.
Well, maybe not for you specifically.
Like from me, or?
I mean, I feel like it's a little judgmental at that point, but like not in the way that.
Oh, it's definitely judgy. I'm not. There are many exceptions to the rule. It's not a rule even. It's just like like an alert.
Okay.
But I think
it's the caution flag instead of the red
it's like a
flag.
caution flag. But yeah, it's just a big tell for me.
Is it like one of those TikTok beige flag things where it's just like my boyfriend doesn't have like a set group of friends. He's just kind of off on his own, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Because I see those all the time. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
It's just weird quirks that people have.
Especially in LA as well, because it could just mean like clout chasey or, shit like that.
What was your other flag?
Well, I was just going to say a better way that I discovered how I can describe that is that once they bring their friend into the conversation and then they continue to actively be a part of hearing whatever their friend has to say about that conversation topic, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. They're bringing additive in.
Yeah. They're just like...
If you're like, oh, you're talking about this? My friend actually knows a whole bunch about this. Maybe you guys would like that.
Versus like, hey, you have a lot to say.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah.
I've met like 2 different people, I think, that have worked at NASA at this point. I love talking with those guys because they're like, yeah, it's just like I do like space stuff, and I'm just like, I don't even know where to begin in a conversation with someone that's a space person. Like it just works in the industry.
I've actually met a couple NASA people.
Yeah, I know. It's weird how many of them I've run into at this point. Joel's
used to work at NASA.
Which is a crazy thing to think about. We
could
just
talk
gets
about
to
it
be
with him,
handsome
yeah.
and smart and also work at NASA. I hate him. God,
handsome, smart,
he's got like all
good
these
kisser.
Got all these check marks. What a bastard. Guys, some people just line up all the check marks on the charisma list, huh? Infuriating.
These are all things though that you
Tall.
These are just like random things to look out for. Like
all these things though, I genuinely believe these are all things that you can work on through practice. These are not things that people just get born with. These are things that you can work on by just interacting. This fucking guy. Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of these things that if you not to be a fucking going down this self-help and improvement plan, but I do believe that if you start looking at yourself and you see these problems with yourself, they're all things that you can work on. It's just on when you decide to do it or not.
Can I tell you a secret? I've been keeping this to myself because
tell us and then the couple thousand people.
Yeah, but I saw a TikTok where it's just like, if you do this stretch every day, it'll unlock your back and help fix your posture to add like another inch on your height. And I'm just like, I have to know. I have to know if it works.
He's trying to make himself tall.
I've done that too, bro.
Like,
I'll tell you about mine after this.
Here's the thing. My right shoulder has been so annoying. Like, even before I heard it, don't cover your face, you
dude. I understand. I've done this too,
like,
bro.
I've been thinking like I slouch a lot when I game.
Sure.
So I figure my posture just sucks. And I'm like, maybe like, because I've been like,
I mean, if you stand up straight, you add an inch. Easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, what if I just work on my posture so that way it like broadens out my back, so my posture's fixed, and
I'm fixing mine right now.
Normal height, like all the time, instead of just always feeling like I'm kind of compressed in on myself. Like I'm not trying to like go and like I'm gonna get to 6 feet just going. Like I'm not trying to unfold my spine like an extra like foot. I'm just saying like, what if I just like have the fixed posture so that way I'm like actually at my full height all the time instead of just feeling all compressed. But it feels weird to tell people that because then they do what you just did, where they cover their face.
Okay,
like,
well, no,
dude.
Can I tell you something very nice?
I've literally done that too.
Yeah, but you have scoliosis. That's like a whole thing.
No. Okay, well,
you're probably actually 6 feet tall. If you're
No, one time I was DMing a girl, and then she told me that she was like 5'9", stretching on 5'10", and then before I met up with her for like I think it was maybe a month, I was doing this stretch where I'm not going to go into specifics, but yeah. I was following a stretch like daily for a good 5 minutes throughout my whole day of just trying to do that. And then I was measuring myself after like every week and being like, I think I'm seeing a difference, but I couldn't really tell. I couldn't like prove it to you. But
Can I tell you something very nice?
Sure.
I don't think I think you have more tall guy energy than you do short guy energy.
Good. That means I'm exactly like my dad.
Perfect.
Exactly like him. Because that's where I get, I think, half of my personality from is genuinely just from how my dad takes up a room. He's shorter than I am, and I swear to you, I still feel like I look genuinely up to him. Not like obviously I look up to him just as a person, but like I always feel like I'm somehow shorter than him whenever I'm talking with him, and it's crazy. Like he's got amazing like entertainer energy. That's what it is. I've always envied the way he's able to have conversations with people. Like he is the conversationalist, and I feel like that adds a lot to how he just brings a room to focus on him in a way that makes him just...
He has an energy. He has an energy.
Exactly. And that's like a thing you can't teach for the most part. Like you can learn things about it, but like there's just some things naturally people have that are just like I think the word is enigmatic, where they
enigmatic or
enigmatic. One of the words. I don't use that word often.
Enigmatic.
It's like they just draw people to them, and I've always wished I had that kind of energy. I try to emulate it, and it just doesn't feel right. It's like not my personal energy. Like some people just have that ability, like you, Louis. You do that all the time.
Just stop.
I'm just telling. No, I'm telling you. Like that's you. One of your things is you have that thing. Like you could never be a hermit if you tried.
No, I would go crazy.
Exactly. Like,
so so a lot of people, like I figured this out about myself, even from like a year ago. So when somebody's like, "Oh, I have to charge my social battery," right?
Oh yeah, all the time.
So it's like you have to. That means that they want to be alone, and like build up that strength or that energy to then go out and meet people again.
Yeah, 100%.
So mine is the opposite.
Yeah.
I charge my social battery by being. I charge my alone battery is how I would call it. So I have to be with people, and then I can be alone for a little while.
I got you.
Yeah.
Because then, what do you think it is about being alone that just makes you go crazy?
It sucks.
What like is it?
I
it
can't
just
talk to
your
anybody.
head going around?
What?
I mean, I'm not I wouldn't agree. Like my body works the same. Like I like being alone, but it's. I mean, I just imagine it's just flipped vice versa. Or if you're alone too much,
I just feel more comfortable around people.
You know what's crazy? I think we embody the 3 different types of social batteries because Louis loves being with people all the time. I could not message people for like a year, and I will still think of them as my best friends, and they'll be like, "I haven't talked to you in forever." I'm like, "Yeah, but nothing bad's happened." And they're like, "But we haven't talked." I'm just like,
and
yeah,
Philippe's like right in the middle.
And then Phish does both. He flips between the two very easily.
I would like to be better towards reaching out to people, though.
Yeah, but you're still good at it. That's the thing, though. You're not Louis' like thing where it's just like he constantly is doing it, but like you're able.
Damn,
to do
bro,
it easily.
what a spectrum!
So
Look at us.
You're very in the middle.
We're on the spectrum.
We're on the spectrum.
We did it, boys. We found the joke. That's I think that's just funny that it turned out that way because I'm super introverted. Phish is in the middle, and then you're like, what is the middle? It's like biverted.
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 You're biverted.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
and I'm extroverted.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the whole spectrum. You get every point of view.
We're gonna make biverted merch.
Biverted. Yeah, no, I was devastated when we all had a clubbing night, and then I invited Christian. I asked him like 3 times.
No
he's just like,
I said,
that's not for me.
no thanks, my brother. I'm good.
I had 4 people be like, "Hey, man, come to the club with us." I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand. I don't fucking want to go to a club. There's no shot."
It was a fun night.
It's all the things I don't like when I go out because like I like conversations. Where
there's barely any conversation. It's dancing.
It's all your ass does the talking.
I can't dance. I hate being around loud music for that long. Like I could never go to a concert.
They played bangers.
Yeah, okay, sure, but like I could never
like
be
old, like 20. They were playing 2011 bangers. Bring us back.
This is a good club. This is a good club.
Yeah,
but like I could never go to concerts and stuff. Like whenever it's just like, hey, you want to go to a concert and see this band? I'm like, dude, I don't like their music that much. Even it's my favorite band. Like you could be like, it's a Panic at the Disco Club back when I was in like high school, and I'd be like, I don't want to, just at all. That's just never been a thing I want to do. But like a club just like puts that to the nth level. It's like all the way at the top. There's like it's too loud. There's too many people. I can't have a conversation. You're like, what if you hit on girls? I'm like, with what? I'm already 5'7", all right? No one looks at me when I go to clubs. I've tried on several occasions. I've bought so many drinks, and the girls just walk away when I hand them the drink. They don't even bother to like give me a chance to do anything. Talk to them, dance with them, nothing.
I feel like asking a girl to buy them a drink is like that's like outdated at this point.
Dude,
I genuinely
don't know what to do at clubs. I don't know what to do. But either
way.
You never, but yeah, you hello them.
Oh, the music just going crazy, and I'm all the way over here. Dude,
it's not like that.
I can't do it.
But I will say that if I took Tubal to a club and I lost him, I'm never finding him.
It's true.
I'm looking out of the crowd. It's just the tip of a hat. Like
I wouldn't have a hat on in the club, to be fair. I wouldn't have the hat on. I would have the blonde hair styled and going free.
Yeah, that's a good thing about dyed hair. You get spot out easily.
Yeah. I would be like,
I would never lose Jen Gerbifer. I would
with red hair,
fucking bright red hair. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you'd find me in a club. Everyone told me, I was just like, listen, you guys have fun, and I went home and I went to bed. That's what I did. I didn't even play Diablo, and I've been loving that game.
I love it.
Well, when's the last time you went to a club?
Oh, years ago at this point.
How much time do we have, you think, on the...
It's been 55 minutes.
Okay.
Or so.
So I wanted to bring up that we are probably going to upload that other episode, right?
Yep.
To the Patreon. And some of the things that we talked about is you will get another greeting from us and like, you know,
we might have overlapped with some of the stuff we talked about.
But we do talk about like the state of Overwatch.
Yeah.
We talk about the Twitch ban stuff. We talk about a lot of really interesting stuff. So that will be up on the Patreon. And I think, you know, just it's a great way to support us. We're going to be doing a lot of really fun things. We're going to set up a Discord for everybody that's, you know, joins it, and I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be really cool.
Also, for the Spider-Verse thing that came out, I have a story that I remembered from back when I worked in IT that I don't think I've told anyone before, and I'm gonna save this for the next podcast. But I'm gonna tell you guys how I got the terrible title of Spider-Lord for a while.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
Dude, I messed up so bad.
Oh God.
You're gonna love this story, man.
But we have a lot of ideas for like challenges that we're gonna do. We have like I mean, and I can't press this enough. The guests we're gonna have are gonna be so cool. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is stopping by.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Well, not him. He's
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his
Musk
wife
is having
Michelle
a rough
Obama.
time, so he's willing to come on any podcast. But Bezos is chilling. He doesn't care. I talked with him.
And they're going to be here with us. I mean, we understand this is a podcast that some people are listening through audio, but for the most part, we're going to be able to interact with these people in person in ways that we wouldn't be able to do that with our online guests that we had before. Like we're probably going to bring a lot of other people back as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be different for the better. So keep that in mind, people.
So it'll be all three of us, and then occasionally a guest every once in a while.
What was
Frequently
what were some of your favorite guests that we've had? Because I have I think all of them were fucking awesome, dude. Like Sleepy.
Sleepy's still my favorite. I love
Sleepy. Athena was great.
Athena's also
Mitch
awesome.
was cool.
Mitch was cool.
Oda Block.
Oda's crazy. I love
Dude,
him.
talking to him
He's
is
very
so
funny.
easy
Yeah.
because he can just carry a conversation. If there is somebody that could carry a conversation, is that guy.
Is Oda Block?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That dude doesn't stop.
He
It's
doesn't
just,
fucking
like,
stop.
I don't take like any type of
Dude,
coffee or
no.
whatever.
Yeah,
He's just a million miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's like
Twitch streamers have a lot to say, and when you just throw them into, I guess,
I think that's why I kind of fell out of love with streaming. Because, like I said, I'm so good when I'm around people, but when I'm alone, sitting by my computer, there's just no thought in my head. I'm just like, what do I talk about now? I don't know.
I like rambling. I think it's fun.
You're good at it.
You need that back and forth. Yeah, I feel like there's a.
I need a back and
strength in
forth.
both.
Yeah.
I like having someone there with me, especially people that are like more predominantly towards like talking conversation. But I can just ramble about stuff. That's fine. Because I don't mind being alone with my thoughts, because my thoughts just never shut up, man.
Frogger was good.
Oh, Frogger was amazing.
Yeah. Frogger. I remember his. Okay. Yeah. I remember Frogger.
My team has thrown the idea out to me of literally flying people in.
We should do it.
Have a weekend, have an episode of these specific people, because that do not live in LA. That's where we're based right now. And yeah, I've somewhat been open to the idea. So if the podcast does well enough, then
We'll be flying in guests, and then
we'll be flying in
yeah.
guests.
That'd be
Get
great.
My dad on this podcast. I'm sure he's.
Oh, we still want to do the dad podcast. And I think it's more real than ever.
Yeah.
Because we all live in the same place. We just all tell our dads to come out in the same weekend, and we just do a dad cast.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take him to Top Golf.
I gotta say though, I don't know much about. I mean, I've talked to your dad on the phone. I've met your dad in person. My dad is so.
Oh, our dads.
disconnected
No, our
from
dads will. Well, so are they, dude.
the
Like,
internet. Like,
Yeah.
My dad has no idea what's going on. He'll follow me. My dad will like random tweets that I put out, and the most horrifying one he ever liked was this one of Makima from Chainsaw Man, and she was like
No way.
biting
Oh,
Denji's
no.
finger or whatever.
Oh no.
And I made a tweet about it. It's just like, man, if I had a girl like this, she might as well be the control devil. The thing she could make me do, I think, is what I wrote. And then my dad liked it. I'm like, I forgot he could see these things.
Oh yikes. Oh yikes.
Oh my god, so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know about you. I've had moments like that. Like my mom has for the past year recently I
Start
guess
watching
really
your videos?
no, she's discovered my Instagram, and so she can see
Oh,
every story
no.
that I'm posting. And like I posted a really bad selfie, and then her response was, "Oh, you look so good in this photo," and I was just like, "Oh God, this is not like this is not supposed to be a flattering image of me." But I'm
They're
glad that you
just-
like my haircut.
Listen, man, there are just some places your parents should not have access to.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. There's just some places they shouldn't be able to have.
I'm
access
glad
to.
that I never. I think you're some. Well, no, you do Twitter, but I don't have like a personal social media. I stay off that shit.
I understand that I won't change your mind, but I wish you did.
No, I'm not going to.
Damn.
You don't have an Instagram? Is that what
I
you're
do, but like
saying? Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't upload too much to my Instagram either. I just like making tweets. I think it's.
Well,
fun.
you're like a poetic guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like half the shit I write isn't very poetic on there. Like it's just dumb. I just have like an idea. I'm like, this will be funny, and I'll get like 30 likes, and I'll delete it. I'll be like, no one likes.
Don't delete it.
Oh, the ones
I
that
delete
don't only
tweets all
get
the
30
time.
like are terrible. They're just terrible. And then Louis will just be like, hey, you want to see something cool? And he'll just tweet a smiley face and get like 70. I'll be like, motherfucker.
I'll rarely delete shit.
I don't think anymore, dude. I haven't tweeted in. Yeah. I think we're waiting to rebrand everything for the album. So we're like
I'm so
quiet.
excited
Yeah,
for
we're
that.
quiet on social medias right now, but we're gonna probably like delete everything, or just like archive everything. Change. We need a new photo shoot, new banners, new visuals, and then just like launch like the album. I'm very excited about it.
There is big things coming from all of us.
Not this guy.
Okay.
Yes,
He
this
did
guy.
the subathon. I think that was the peak.
There could be another. There could be another
Okay.
fucking subathon.
I mean, we had like a
Twobold
date
is-
thing coming on.
Oh, we
that was
still-
part of
yeah.
the
I mean, we
subathon,
could
but
talk about
apparently
it
I
then.
guess that's-
Twobold has
that's
a- yeah.
really
We
can talk
not
about it
thing at
then.
all.
Twobold has a lot of what's the
We can
word?
do the
I
date
have
here, right?
So many.
Can we do the
unreleased
date in
videos.
here?
We could, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I have so many unreleased videos because my poor editor, her computer exploded.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
there were like 4 videos that she just had and was like going through.
But she has them
subtitles.
now.
She's still working on getting the PC working. Like,
Well,
dude,
let's not to disrespect the process, but let's not get into
I
too
have
many
another editor going. Don't worry about it.
specifics. But yes, I've been yelling at Twobold to get a new editor,
dude, I just
start putting out videos and all that.
4 made videos, dude.
Louis,
4 fully made videos.
new music coming up, new
Everything.
New
It's gonna be
e-
awesome.
new whole person built podcast. This is big. I will make sure, so help me God, these episodes come out every week since I am not in charge of editing or thumbnails anymore. Now somebody else is in charge of that. All I have to do is tell people, get this to me by then. I'll pay you. Let's make it happen. And yeah, we're going to have wonderful guests. We're going to keep this consistent. And yeah, it's going to be high quality as you saw today and all that. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Any last thoughts?
Thank you all for coming back. I hope you guys have been looking forward to it and have enjoyed. And we'll get more quality stuff to you very soon.
And respect to anybody who does podcasts just without a whole team, because this was a bitch to set up. But, but I'm glad now that we finally have it. It's
Big
so
shout out
worth
to
it to
Phish.
see
He
it in the
really
end.
did go above and beyond to make this happen. So that's like, this is all on him. He's
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
He's a
I
real-
learned-
He's got a crazy work ethic.
I've learned a lot, but yes. Thank
And
you, everybody.
honestly, we wouldn't. I feel like we ended it on a good note like last year, but like the amount of comments and questions and from people are asking like, hey, when is the podcast coming back, really
back.
like drove us to do this again.
100%. Yeah, there are people asking. And
So for those of you that have been asking, and that one guy that keeps commenting on literally everything I do that says, hey, when's the podcast? It's right now, you asshole.
Get a life.
Shout out to that guy.
all right, but yeah. Thank you everybody for listening. We will see you next week with our first ever guest. Again, in person, same set and everything.
And you're not going to want to miss it.
It's oh my god, it's
Be
gonna
there.
be amazing.
Subscribe on YouTube or support us on Apple Music and Spotify. That helps more than you would imagine.
It really does. Please.
It really does, yes.
Still
So
going.
do that. Just show any support. Maybe we'll have the Perry Turon open. If not, then probably the next week. And yes, we'll talk to you guys next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.